We don't have any clients that it's like, this is my first purchase. I have 20% saved, even if they were able to do it, and they're buying a house for 1.4 with 20% down. Usually they have much more than 20% down because they bought the condo 6 years ago, right? It's the appreciation and equity that they built over time. And then, frankly, and like this isn't like news, lots of our clients get help from parents. Lots.
That's
Tons.
what you have to have. And
The only way.
Right. And it's because you're concentrated in Toronto that it's lots of your clients, but not everybody. I mean, the percentage of people that actually do get help from their parents is not that big. The market's going down, but the prices are still ridiculous. Young people don't have a hope in hell at even renting a place, quite honestly. Immigrants, I don't know how they get a place to live at all, because, I mean, who's letting them rent a place? They have no credit, they have no history, they may not even have a job. Like, so again, it's like there's uneasiness, and you see now the government is reacting to things. In the last week, they're recognizing that there's an issue and people are mad because they're starting to throw things out there. I think some of it is in response to, like, even Trudeau now has woke up and gone, oh geez, like houses aren't affordable right now, we better try and do something, because, you know, young Canadians need to live somewhere too, right? But like, you're helping these people. And when you do the math, like, the math doesn't work anymore in Toronto unless somebody is giving you a giant sum of money, right? Because how in the world does a 25-year-old person making even 80 grand a year end up with like a decent place that's not 400 square feet somewhere?
They don't.
Right. And so, like, you see all these videos of these younger kids going like, what's the point anymore? I make more money than I've ever made, and I'm broker than I've ever been. I can barely even make ends meet. Or I saw this woman, she's like, I make $34 an hour and I can't even make ends meet. So how the hell is this going to play out soon?
Did you see the thing about like the mayor of the small town that couldn't afford to buy a property?
Yeah, we talked about
that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's crazy, and I agree. So she's 28, she lives at home, right? I think she made 90 grand or something on the mayor's salary. She also said in the article she was only looking at detached properties.
Right.
So what it should have said is 28-year-old that lives at home who happens to be the mayor can't afford a detached property as their first home. But that's not going to get any clicks, right? And I'm not trying to say what Daryl's saying isn't 100% right. It's just like we're only hearing the TikToks that blow
The
up.
mayor?
Or yeah, the mayor became the highlight there.
No, but hold on. I think the thing to highlight is the fact that 90 grand doesn't get you any kind of life at all in this city anymore.
But it could probably buy her, again, I don't know her town. It probably could have bought her an entry-level condo easily.
Right.
But
that's what everybody dreams of, right?
Well,
when they're growing up, it's like, I hope I can have like I hope I can have a
mayor.
futon.
She's not a judge.
Right? Turns into a bed. I hope I can get one of those. That'll
she got elected because she was popular.
Cool.
So what do you think? What do you think happens now? Because even if, you know, all the greenbelt stuff, let's say we build on all of it, it's not affordable housing, right? That doesn't really solve anything. It brings more inventory, which would be good for overall prices, but they're not building homes to sell for cheap, right?
No, and none of the things.
It might just create a ceiling on pricing where we don't have any major increases for the next 10 years, and that, you know, it just kind of slowly goes up, as opposed to what people think, which is, oh, well, maybe it's going to drop down to, you know, back 2016 levels. No, those developers aren't going to sell it for any cheaper.
No, but you're also
get in the market.
You don't just go like that and then there's a bunch of inventory to balance things out. Like, this is going to take,
right now, Daryl. We're pretending.
I know, but so is the government, or I don't know what's going on, because who in their right mind goes, okay, even this new HST or GST thing, I don't know which one it is. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff.
It's for rental buildings, purpose-built
No,
rental.
but that's great, because I mean, where are all these people supposed to live? I mean, we need rental buildings. This is a wonderful start. But again, it's like, the inventory won't come online for, I don't know, 4 years. They're going to fast track some of this stuff. Maybe it's 4 years.
2035, they have to, at the latest, be built.
Daryl,
it's crazy. Yeah.
Can I say something that you're probably not going to expect from me?
Yes.
I don't think there's an inventory issue.
No.
I think there is an affordable inventory issue
issue
or an inventory issue for what people want.
I just tweeted that exact sentence. I swear to God, that's exactly what it is. It's not inventory because we had Jordan on last week and he proved to us that there's
I got lots of
inventory
condos for sale right now. If anybody wants one, I got inventory.
Yeah, there's inventory for sale, but the people that want to buy, the demand that is flooding the market, they can't afford the stuff that's for sale. And the stuff that's for sale is like these middle tier people that got in too deep that need to sell now. And everybody's going to go, uh-oh, like we should probably sell now. But there's no one that can afford their houses here. But that's the fucking crazy thing is there are people that can afford their houses here. And you guys are doing the deals every day. Who's coming in with this money and with a 6% interest rate and able to close now? Like how, but it's happening even 17,000 times is like a lot.
I can tell you like in the million plus market, because we help a lot of people trade up right now. We're selling their condos and then helping them buy like a semi or something or some detached homes. We don't have any clients that it's like, this is my first purchase. I have 20% saved, even if they were able to do it. And they're buying a house for 1.4 with 20% down. Usually they have much more than 20% down because they bought the condo 6 years ago, right? It's the appreciation and equity that they built over time. And then frankly, and like, this isn't like news, lots of our clients get help from parents, lots.
That's what you have to have. And
the only way.
Right. And it's because you're concentrated in Toronto that it's lots of your clients, but not everybody. I mean, the percentage of people that actually do get help from their parents is not that big. Like,
but let's just kind of like lay out the land here. Okay. So why are you living in Toronto? Like why, if you're a young person and you're like, oh, I'm, looking for this great house and all that kind of stuff.
I have the right to live here.
Move to like some other city in Canada and get out. No, but all my friends and family are here.
I have the right to live here.
Family here in Toronto. So therefore, the chances, the odds of you being in that position financially, that socioeconomic status that you have means that you probably come from the average middle-class family, which means that your parents are baby boomers and they got money and that they've done well and that they've seen the opportunities that they've realized from the market. And that's why I believe it's way higher than any number we could ever prove on paper that says parents are helping more often than not, because there's so many silent deals. I mentioned it to one guy the other day and he was like, he didn't want to tell me because he didn't want his kids to feel like they were like being like coddled. But I knew right away, just explaining the story, I was like, you have helped these kids and they're my age, they're, like late 30s. They're definitely 100% being helped by the parents. So there's a ton of people who are not disclosing the fact that they're helping their kids. And if you're living in Toronto right now, the odds are your parents also live here. And if your parents also live here and you've grown up here, the odds are that they have got a ton of equity in their home. They probably have paid off their home and that they are in the position to help you. So that's why it's something that otherwise, if you're just not in that position, you're a new immigrant, right? You came from, maybe a family where, they were struggling, so they didn't have a place to own or something like that. Different life challenges, those exist too. Or you're a Canadian, but your parents live somewhere else. And you can make the decision to go somewhere else because you don't have those roots here. Maybe you grew up in another part of Canada or something like that. So that's why I think the Toronto people who are hell-bent on living in Toronto have got more help from parents than the typical average profile that we can come up in our head.
Well, because if it's the same timeline, right? And you grew up in Toronto or in Edmonton and your parents bought a property in one of those two places at the same time, the people in Toronto just have more money because the properties went up and Edmonton went like this.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.